Abusanya mention no me kwaba eroba daily update so. Breaking news aba because breaking news be. Se me Gyemfi ensem na eba ye no. Enti no ohwe joy news amakofa in reference to the AC no. Ose private citizen Eric Denu Kesi petition CHRAJ to investigate Sammy Gyemfi. Na just say a private citizen or petition a the CHRAJ say omo investigate Sammy Gyemfi wa bra a sika or the ma a present agrada and ho ban sense no. Say breaking news have told you say oko a Facebook wall so ura friend no Obobia Bakojo, Oboba Kojo, Facebook, Okon was a breaking news and a number biaze a petition to CHRAJ against Sammy Gyemfi, withdrawn by the petitioner. And as I Nipa or petition CHRAJ says Sammy Gyemfi as a man, or more investigating on or withdrawn case, Abra officially president announced said there is no further action against the guy. Enkuti me project no screen so more story related to no more intercepting code be involving by 3 Indian nationals in Gyemfi na my project in screen so na ocean na now can God bless.
Akroma courage to apologize to the people of this country. President Akufo-Addo called national gathering. We saw the demeanor of the president, the way he was insulting and pointing fingers at the chief.
Left hand.
Left hand. The man had no other option than to come out and apologize. Few months after, and the Baba, in an occasion, they were playing the same national anthem, was on her phone calling. Did you see the president apologizing? Make a mail or some Jubilee House video. The gentleman apologized when Ghanaians roared and got angry. Did the president apologize? Or we not apologize here? We see these are a bunch of shameless cowards. Nobody should take them serious because you see. The MPP have told you it's a sinking enterprise, and it seems of them to claw back and bring on board intelligent people who will lead the party. And they've trashed and thrown away all the smart and intelligent people within the party, and they are fronting them with emotional, your friends say, crybabies like some of these people, and anything nonsense within the social media and within the social space. They will visit and be talking. They do not have any moral right to be talking about some of this because Adia Sammy Gyemfi Senka, yes, Sakeno based on the way fine, okay, Yan Sakeno. Then what happens to Niama Ekos in the past? Some common get you don't be Ghana near to social media. Any reasonable minded Ghanaian be our every right to be angry about what happened, to be peeved about what happened in as a forum. But this group of people, because of what they've done, they need to apologize first to the people of this country before they can go ahead and call for somebody's head. And again, this whole act in question, I think that Adeba Kwansi's generative way has to do with the woman in question. And that is why we are politicians, they need to be guided. For instance, Adia way, there has been a sign before, and the minister says, "Sammy Gyemfi who that sign now, he will never get close to this woman." So, Abakaya, Muntakaya program be. Amani issue card at the mark for Agrada Kwaje card way be. You saw social media. Sadia Manfosi Bashi Mutakan and the Ketwa. The ministry had to issue an apology and explain as to Ghanaians Niama Adia or the man. The party base and as most Ghanaians, and they're comfortable with this person in question. So you don't get close to this kind of a person. You understand? So Assembly wasn't because of the Sikano, wasn't because of Sammy Gyemfi, it was because of the person in question.
Involved.
What I say, and that makes the concerns being raised by the people very legitimate. By going forward, I think that there are lessons to be learned. The Onwa who in recent times will shape him, also make him strong, and going forward, I'm not sure something of this nature will happen. And I think that we are a government appointee going forward, you must be guided. Now who say once Yafa will say we did a domain and I will lead in charge of something. When you be even your private course and as has a tendency to leak into the public space. So whatever you say in private, besides a Bible can I defend? You should be guided. You understand? And somehow, even messages you send on your phone as if have the tendency to get out then as a forum. So you should see yourself as such because you are an ambassador who a light leading government. But now Ghana are very sensitive to issues of governance and politics. Make no mistake, now for 1990, 2000, and Ghana for years so emotionally attached to politics. I say, oh, my party need to the idea of the channel. No.
Is it the obwa?
Yes, Sammy Gyemfi should buy the people who are even criticizing them more were people on NDC platforms. What I say, I tell how receptive Ghanaians have become very conscious of issues of politics. We are governed upon Tia. I saw what to do near my year. Now, who said, now going forward, we are not dealing with gullible folks, and I said gullible individuals or minimum left from their right. We are talking about right, deep-minded individuals that they understand issues of politics. Anything they are hurting their sensibility, they will talk about it. And then we don't need TV station. You just social media. The platforms are available. You understand? I'm on for the show also. And we a government official be guided. You can't say I'm not quite for so any dealing.
Yeah.
We need to be very guided because in recent times, the idea about I'm for 12, but see, and Kesi arrogance, feeling as a for people good. Now, no, not make catch you. We a government official now to office. Now, Obi be without office or be pep. And so, who said the person is not coming because of you?
Yeah,
the person is coming because of the office. Because office is not to me through, but now to fear the person will not come there. So, be nice to people. If you can do Nemana or Debano, won't mean solve. You can't solve everybody's problem.
Yeah.
But sometimes all that you need to do is to just listen to people, just assure them, just go home. Don't be rude to people because you see, the entire power and say, power to help people, to solve problems every day. Now I didn't tell what it to me about. People will come and harass you because leadership is about daily, every day, people solve problems, attending to people, and it's the reason why we are there. We need to learn some of these things very quickly and know how to deal with people. The way people show people in that kind of way, it will come back. Use the time now when you're as a government official to me be when you're to make positive, lasting impact in the life of people. Say, "Beya, ukotera nchen obi bekasa abrante we ni ho, papa we ni ho, we ni ho." Because da bia meka, Kwame Nkrumah din a waje da bia me no te ayebo ne din. Enye because Osidan or East Legon. Because who cares if you own 40 houses in Legon, you have East Legon. Now they never them be. Even if you are the richest person in Ghana, you can't feed everyone. Until an animal catcher said the poorest person in Ghana is not a ODD. And it's a TV home set. And if you are not phone baby, told you, he doesn't care whether you own 40 houses or anywhere. All that you need to do is a power and make positive impact. And that is exactly what Nkrumah did. And then we cannot say Nkrumah fear, but the guy is all over. Because of the legacy he left, it transcended beyond generation. He's living in textbooks, he's living in our phones, he's living in our memories because of what he does, what he did. It is not about you having money, you're arrogant. You see, weak-minded people become arrogant when they see money. Because to them, money is the only thing they can attach themselves to make them feel relevant. If you are relevant, you don't need money to be relevant. You understand? Nipa respect you. One of my bonte could be or to come when I'm from what me jina bachiao. What I say? It means that we are somebody. You don't need cash to be doing all these things. So we need to me serve people right, be good to people. Or to me now when you know we are dang influencer. And our Rollins be 21 years, absolute power now. Shafomo Chana Wuno. Go for hefa. Otinifie. Oh, here will be cramming up one and some of it move from one place to another. That is life for you. So whenever you get power, make sure that you will shape and make positive impression in the life of people. Make positive impact. Build people, not building houses. At the end of the day, you can be proud and say, I've been able to put this number of young people, I've raised them out to this level. Not about the number of houses in Nasafa. Who cares about the number of houses you have? So I think that this is the kind of messenger I say yes, Sunday, especially to most of the young people who've gotten the opportunity to be in government. It is an opportunity to make positive impact. It is an playbook. Yeah, politics in this country. And Dubai has some of the countries like Burkina Faso, he's taking a bold initiative to nationalize all mineral resources belonging to Burkina Faso, making sure that Neman will be used to better the life of the people. Ghana, unfortunately, because of same greed in the past, Yetimia Bomoding are CD ownership of some of these mineral resources to foreign and external powers. I know the day or mine no credit influence thereby royalties, and these royalties the people at the community don't benefit. And the year about in 2024, no. One of the conversation I Ghana for air can say this time round, Africa must own its own resources. But by of course, a government need to open negotiation with those companies and when they making sure say we negotiate for a better deal for this country. And again, aside there are big companies or mutual, the Akanon so I getting Ghana for issue companies in us for and they those mining. Some of these people have also brought in the same group for like China and other people. They are here chasing Ghanaians. So when they take a Wuram A to Galamsey, sense as saying so. No, we are the sad aspect of this whole thing. They say, gold, no. A yard back one with me a use as a reserve currency, it's me Mausika a yating. But so more activities in we are acquire these gold efforts free chroma and obien the new and when President Mahama made a promise of the gold board by Bano, I think say now one of the best initiative and I think that so far Ghana for us see who's on so because just like cocoa board central pooler every cocoa be our my munina and government in the better ama government that particular external offense that export now revenue never will come directly to the central bank instead of giving that power and privilege to individuals. I know the day Okoton gold na sikano kra makroma then they keep it in an offshore account somewhere. Some of the people doing this are not even Ghanaians. So sikano agudia ni frukoma but when they go and sell the monies don't come back. China are exporting gold right in front of us. In the past few years, Oko airport now have boxes and as for exiting the shores of this country. Our national security for air more clearance to leave this country. We and now Brantie Bayane. Al Jazeera for your more documentary is one of the countries that all Togo and the central bank is buying gold as a because and they are departing from the US dollar. They want to use gold as their reserve or more added back or more currency now is stable. So consistently you see China dropping their currency, but still because of that we not warranty or mutimi etimijina. Sana as a Ghana so etiminya that gold reserve now a bit give value to your way. Now I must see are gaining some stability. In recent time yes. Investor confidence people are coming in as if but don't also forget a gold board now say exporting gold and bringing in revenue. The more dollars come into this country, the value of the dollar will go down. The more dollars flow into this country, value never come from because dollar no cost when a lot of people are chasing dollars and a few in the system. We no cost but the one or mine sika sem na sa witimi the more foreign way about minuma. So you don't need to pay much for the dollar. And these are some of the basic strategies I think the government adopt here. Play well and so when it comes to this gold thing, I think this foreign influence, it will come to a time it should be zero. Not Ghana, only all the resources. It is sad to note if you go to some of the African countries, or might say DR Congo, the resources are what can take care of the whole of Africa. There are some of the countries, the powerful, your friends, the mineral resources are among for here to do whatever that they need. They have it. Items like uranium, one of the powerful radioactive material, for the nuclear winning as for them. Africa has a abu, but if you go to DR Congo and other countries, China, America, Russia are there fighting over, and some of these assets have been handed over to some of the Chinese for them. They will come in the name of investment, or be hijack, have a perpetual influence over to another day. If you go to some of these communities, you see poverty, and that has been the signature thing. In Ghana, for instance, if you go to the mining areas, go to Watsup, for instance, few people are rich, but the majority of the young people are living a hopeless life because there is nothing for them. Assassin or crying with the baby, Yaseno, poison, and Nema from our whom we call Yam. you're poison. You are not even benefiting from some of these things. So now that people are becoming increasingly aware, no, we need to tap into these natural resources. Now you put away greed, not that kind of selfish tendencies. Now men kwame person ye kwabrani to many foreign company could sign contract. No imagine a cat. Now a minor will get zero and now people are exploiting us over the years. No to near you see poor people because you have leadership and governance, and the priority is say create poor masses. And always they will look up to what they will come and beg and will become popular. That is a sick and very stupid mentality that we have. So politicians, most of them don't even care. Yeah, that's improving people's life. You just keep them poor there so that they will always be shouting. But on my being who was I see grow in that particular regard. Yeah. If you go to America, people wake up a day, there is a job for them to go and do. The very moment one is able to wake up to go to work, because you can't growth of economy. Yeah. It is the aggregation of all economic transactions happening within the borders and even outside the borders of the country. So the more your people are sitting at home, that economy will not grow. So you need to step for that particular economic activity just to ensure that people will wake up, they will go and work, because that transaction is what will expand in bringing the economy up. But I'm saying narrow-minded, we think about ourselves, our selfish parochial interest. We don't think creating opportunities for people, and then the young people who are supposed to wake up and go to work, the person that is supposed to create the job will not create. Through political party, and I think you see, fortunately for us, they said the Biamaka said, say Yanko Ponje black man go heaven, I thought that now or no pan home. Yeah, we've been blessed with all the resources. You see,
I was saying,
oh, yeah, mistake of black man go heaven because I brought the body with Timankasa because a near my yawo was I see way so yeah, America, UK, and so forth, they don't even have half. Because when it comes to mineral resources, I was mentioned the NDB Africa. When it comes to human resources, that is the most valuable resources of all the resources in Nipa. Yet, youthful population, if any. But besides, I didn't see poverty about the signature way of us. Because of bad governance, greed, and then one person want to own it all. You understand? In recent time, look at Kwanya first one, I kasa about galam saying a man for to go. Where you go, Duko. Sanka bind to me taking this decisive and bold measures and get me bringing some of this initiative in play. I'm not sure Sanka economy could do be a cocodru. Who can't say many pants? So by now, I think that President Mahama has come to understand how frustrated Ghana for and the kind of pressure they are exerting, and the fact is that if mess up, they will never forgive you. It doesn't matter who you are, what political party you come from, all that Ghanaians and I think that right now he's on right footing for government to take over, and within 4 years for the dollar to drop like this. Bloomberg, I say Ghana currency is the best performing currency in the whole of the whole of the world. Within this way,
for Africa.
Oh yes, the whole of the city is really appreciating, and these things are coming because of some of these interventions that are come in play by government. So I think the gold board initiative, when they need to crack down on some of these illegal miners. And I'm for Mushe Muramutu Galan say Amonam Kamono Susai and Sas and as a forno. Now you're making sure say you channel all the gold into a central pool. But the key thing is that Ghanaians need to understand whatever that is going on, because they're talking about precious mineral. It's a Ghana for that is why the cynicisms and the speculations and those kind of things will build up. Because my culture says in politics, you don't create a vacuum. The very moment you create a vacuum, people will feel it. On monthly, quarterly basis, government need to update people on what is happening at gold board. Then I say for this, I Ghana for you now. You buy your phone. You say, and yes, sir, I'm on for budget. You go to yes, centralizing all the gold. Either sell or keep it as a reserve at the central bank. Now, when people come to understand, because on the other side, I listen to a lot of speculations and as if I cost right now, I'm for gold lines is a few amount for some these are nasty political speculation that people were spending. But now, so dividend then you understand that the gold board initiative is one of the best initiatives you can speak of as a country. It's a home pair abaya some crana you could see says really bringing in
the results.
We really need to look at some of this initiative in the higher way. And the Yamakata says see the way better me sustain here. It's not just about gold, it's about industrialization.
Okay.
So we need to take a further step. President Mahama 24-hour economy in as well. I say idea a pivotal in all these things when you have industries running. Without industries, you cannot run 24 hours. My first teacher for your double a minimum car per year. My first soldier for my police for those things don't grow economy. These people provide third-party services because teacher in the Juma say on training minds. I'm Juma police in the Juma say more and nipa mo kwaya Juma hoban and nipa be no ko hoban if people are not working. Next you need to keep the workforce your friends saying active to work, go and work. And I say on keep up some then so now coming to the workforce. So the workforce, you know, they say activate a lot of industries around this country.
Okay.
Now you making sure that we work around the clock. Say Ghana ni bet me sorry say me kwa adwuma or and some of these things will cut our foreign exports. Your friends say import in them importation. But never quite my see the stable this particular importation. Say ye chaswa. Ebema yesika no ho ayedin because sika ebe career kwa bonte say ye kokra nema na so bete we can live in the country blessed with all the natural resources e was as so yet adebia import ba kroma say doesn't even make sense. You import everything including engo, cassava, yam, rice,
tomatoes,
and some of the countries we import from Vietnam, for instance, we take about $250 million to go to Vietnam when we have vast land somewhere. All that we need to do is proper investment just to ensure that young people we incentivize them to see the need to go into some of these things. And at the end of the day, we back it with some factories, are processing plants, we are building because it doesn't take much to work in farmland and then as a machineries, technology about which government need to take decisive, bold actions. We need to do it in conjunction with some of these things. And the bit my economy expand because some of this initiative whereby after 1 year, 2 years, you see that the dollar will be rising up because the dollar has always been a running currency. You can't stop it until say one kasa you decide say we produce now what cut it down in them we import. And that is a strategy that China adopted was survival and because China is an industrial hub. They produce a lot of the things that they need. But when you mine everything you need in your country, you need to export that. There is no way you can stabilize your currency. The gold will offer you some kind of relief that will never be permanent. You understand? So I think that the best way is say you're making sure that way, you know. Now, so you're springing emotion, a lot of factories in and so forth. Ever the 24-hour economy, I see life because that is the only way I bet to turn the economy around. So far, so good. I think government need to go ahead. Now, this guy, say foreigners, no more Hana Sebi. We need to deport all these people to go because foreigners do not have the power to come here and be doing this small scale mining now so for but of course if you was sunny area and these people have become so powerful because they were brought in by powerful politicians in this country and they feel untouchable. I know they don't move here. China for no come best we cannot go to China and do some of these things and then we tell ourselves that we can't do some of these things. I think we need to be very decisive. When the Ghana are watching government with bullseye, now Sammy Gyemfi you see the destiny on social media. And show how participatory Ghanaians have become so far as politics governance is concerned. If you mess up, they won't forgive you. It doesn't matter who you are and as a forum because people have come to understand politics. They will approach it from a very dispassionate perspective. No more emotions, no more silly partisan allegiances, those kind of stuff. They will judge you based on your act. They say to me, yes, trust me, we'll be able to turn the economy around here.
All right. And see, we are God board and no operation on me, and ye ho and commono. Me assure send honorable fellows of CHRAJ press conference in which ye be concerning Yenya Sammy boss, President to say. There's nothing more than the apology, the public apology. Why no? Me no amete se na expert be brain so edi ho enkomo say we share the nya asem bia wo senka eye dede but anya ye dede. So going forward, what are some of the lessons that we all have to pick from?
I think say e be ye dede because the culture you see because of baby a free bar. Ghanaians have gone through some kind of a horrible experience so far as governance is concerned.
Yeah.
Profligacy, arrogance, that kind of filthy kind of just a near man. So this is a nightmare. Ghana for Katana Nika Krabi Okai. So now we've been able to change government and shifting gear to a new arena where people expect things to flow. When some of these things come up, it may not be an issue, but people will say, we didn't change for this. These are some of the things I was speaking against in the past. So when we see some of these things, red flags. So for me, the concerns raised by Ghanaians, you can't begrudge anybody. So watch about what happened because the sensibility of Ghanaians. If you watch some of these things, to be very honest with you, from a very good governance perspective, and as a form, morality, actors, and as a form. But you see, the good thing is, when the gentleman saw what he's done, he saw the need to apologize to the people of this country. For me, that was the changing point because now I may catch it. To have the courage to apologize at this time, say I have admitted, say Neman was an act of indiscretion on my part. I apologize unreservedly to the people of this country. For me, I think say that was the starting point because you see. In seminar, oh, devil deeper into it. You cannot lay your hand on crime.
Yeah.
I'll be just like I said, because there were people calling say I'm saying that one would be like killing a mosquito with a bulldozer. You know,
killing mosquito with
a bulldozer and killing mosquito. You understand? People are hurt. The concern.
Nana be a press conference. So Akroma, no,
I'm serious. The fact is that you see, and say MPP to me courage, and the moral courage at me press conference. I can't this Sammy Gyemfi issue. And then I begin to ask myself, say, where lies our conscience as people doing politics? Yeah, what hey, and not any other person criticizing Sammy Gyemfi. Everybody will not complain. It's okay. You are all building government. We want things, criticisms, are there to shape way. But for the MPP, a political party that supervised Ghana for $58 million as sink into a hole, and they blindfolded everybody. Said nobody should talk about that particular thing. That political party, few months after, have been able to develop a moral courage to talk about this nonsense. No, they cannot. They lack it. And again,